Hi, it's Jen. Welcome to Creepy Culture. Um, Today I have Dan from DJB Outdoors. They're based in Florida, and he's going to be sharing some of his research and stuff like that with us today. So I'm going to bring him out. Hey, Dan.
Hey, good afternoon, Jen. How you doing?
I'm
Nice to meet
good.
you.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you too, and thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, no
Could you hear
problem.
my intro music?
Yeah, it's,
Okay, I couldn't hear it at
oh
all,
yeah,
and I was like, I don't know. It's just
yeah. I played it on my screen. No problem. No
okay.
problem.
I couldn't hear it at all, and I was sitting there like, oh, there
Yeah, I
goes
could
my
hear it.
technical
My end,
difficulties.
I could hear it.
All right. So if you just want to tell us about yourself and what you're doing down there in Florida and what you guys have been finding and all that stuff, we'll be happy to hear it.
Yeah, my name's Dan J. Bozanka, uh, DJB Outdoors. It's just I go by my initials, but I am part of a group, Kathy Westerman's group, and it's uh, Bigfoot World Cryptids and the Paranormal Researchers of Central Florida. She's based out of Ocala, Florida. She's the group leader. Involves James Winfield, Pam Esper, Brooke Moreland, Rebecca Rollison, and myself. And we got a new member. His name's Jesse. So he's a young one. But yeah, we're spread her out throughout the whole state of Florida. She's up in Ocala. Pam and Kathy are up in Ocala. I'm down here in Sarasota, Florida, south of Tampa, which is about 3 hours from Ocala National Forest. I research in the Mayaca State Forest area, which is a great area. And Rebecca's in Citrus County, and Brooke Moreland's up in Pinellas County, in St. Pete area. But she travels, so if you ever get a chance, look at Brooke Moreland. She's Dark Florida. But yeah, I've been in Florida for 40 years, since 1985, from Pennsylvania, Philly side. But I've been here for 40 years. But I started researching 3 years ago, and I started at Starkey Park, which I used to go to. I went to high school in Pinellas County. Went to Tarpon Springs High School. Graduated '89. I used to hike in there all the time. Not for Bigfoot, just I loved Mother Nature. I was skeptical. Basically, I used to hike in there all by myself. My buddies never came with me because I like to be by myself in the setting of hiking, being around Mother Nature and stuff like that. But basically, how I got into this was 1978 during the $6 Million Man when Andre the Giant played Bigfoot. I asked my dad what that was. I was 8 years old at the time, and my dad goes, "Oh, it's an 8-foot creature that dwells in the forest." And if I remember, I think I asked, "Is it real?" And he didn't really say much. He said, "Just don't tell people." But that's how I got in. I mean, that's how I found it. And then the years went by, and out of high school, I graduated 89, like I said. But I didn't think about it until years later, 3 years ago, and 2023. Yeah, I decided. I told my wife I am going Bigfoot hunting, and she looked at me like I was crazy. I didn't tell her anything about this side of it. I'm an archerist, big time into archery. So this is my second hobby is Bigfoot, and I love it now. But I told her I'm going to Mayaca and it's at Starkey Park. Those are my two research areas right now. And so I decided, I'm going to go start at Starkey Park 3 years ago. So I went up there, and I had nothing but my cell phone and my mountain bike. Didn't have anything, and I parked my car, got my bike, went on the trailhead, and I went on the main bike path. It's all tar, like type Starkey Park. It's a more of a bicycle type state forest. A lot of people ride their bikes there, but there's hiking too off the road and stuff. But I went there and I saw an X formation on a tree line, and I said, okay, it's about 20 yards off the bike path. So I decided I'm going to go check this out. And, I'm just kind of like, let me try it. So I put my bike down, chained it to a tree. I started walking up towards this X. I got it on video. I got my camera out, and I said, let me see if anything happens here. And as I was walking towards the tree line, I knock, boom. And I said to myself, yep, these things are real. I turned around, chickened out, and I went back on the bike path. And it was there was no branches that fell. It was just, it echoed through the tree line. And that's what suckered me into it. So that was my very, very first experience. And then I started going to other places in the park. I started seeing tree structures. That's how I got into it. Started seeing arches. But you got to be careful. Even today now, when you see a tree structure, you got to make sure it's natural or is it made by something.
Right. Yes.
You got
Some of them are natural. They look convincing, but they're natural sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. And plus the hurricanes we get hurricanes every couple of years down here.
Right. So you guys got tree fall and stuff.
Yeah,
So
but
sometimes they land like that. So
yeah, the axes like that. But the X I saw, it was a weird looking X. And this was in January, so this was right after hurricane season. But
right.
But when I got that, as I was approaching that, I got the knock. I said, yeah. And I got it on video too. I kept that. That's my baby right now.
That's awesome that you got
Yeah.
that.
So about how I started as basically with tree structures. That's how I started. Then I started hiking every weekend. And I go every Sunday. Saturday was archery day. Sunday was Bigfooting. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. And that, I started out with the tree structures. I started with a group called, I started looking on the internet after I got the knock. I started with, I looked up mid-Florida Central, mid-Florida Bigfooters. It's Marie DeMont, and she kind of guided me, and she helped me out big time. So, I sent her that knock, and she said, that's a good start, but you got to be careful. And there's also, you got to be careful is, when I learned, is pareidolia. That pareidolia, if you look at something and it could be a tree stump with eyes, it looks like something from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it's a creature that's behind a tree or something, and then I start walking up, it's a tree stump or something that pareidolia. So you got to be very careful with that too as well. And I started with her, and then I joined a group called Bigfoot Forest Giants, ran by Jimmy Barr and Bobby White, and I went out with this guy named Richard Farabee. He was very good. He kind of swore me in. I went out with him for about 4 months, and I decided to go on my own, and and now I go out by myself. Except Kathy Westerman's group, I will go to Ocala with her and see, go hike with her and see what she experiences and what I experience, the whole group experiences. So that's how I started out. But I mainly go out by myself. And there's a new guy now named Jesse. He's young, and we go out like twice a month. Then we'll go out on our own to our research areas by ourselves. Mm-hmm. So, and he's very good too. He's a very good tracker. So,
okay.
Yeah. And then there's a guy named Tim T, who's one of the best. He's probably the best researcher in the state of Florida. Jason Kenzie did a video searching for Sasquatch 18 and did a video with him last year, a story behind his experiences. So he kind of mentored me. I went out with him a couple times, and he's getting me into the thermal now. So I've been using the thermal a little more. I'm not very good with the thermal right now, but Tim T.
Me either.
Oh, you're not either?
I just got it. I haven't even figured out my night vision binoculars all the way, so
okay.
I don't research though, but I take them when I go hang out with people that do research, because most of the time there's stuff going on. So, So you've been researching for 3 years in the same place?
My active.
Oh, that's fine. You don't have to. What have you been finding down there?
Ever since Jesse now, the last couple months now, Kathy Westerman found Jesse at a Fort Myers. They had a Bigfoot event down there, paranormal type thing, and guy named Jesse came up to him from Englewood, which is about an hour south of Sarasota. And he goes, "Here's Jesse's number." So I called Jesse one night and we started talking. We hit it right off, and then we met for an expedition. And he's a very good tracker, very good. He's young too. He's like 33, 34 years old. But he taught me how to cast. I got footprints, like pictures of them, but I wasn't casting type material until he came along now. And he showed me he trained me on the casting side of it. Now I'm casting prints, and I love it. So, yeah, I got 4 of them behind me right now or 3 of them behind me right now that I have. If you want me to show them, I can bring them out to you.
Sure, I want to see.
Okay. Right behind me right here.
Okay. I don't know how to cast stuff either, but I'm going to learn.
He didn't come out. We went to Miami, me and him, back in December of past December, and this was in Jesse's area, and we saw a trackway. There was 2 trackways. One was a 13-inch trackway, one was a 11-inch trackway. So we think it's a male and a female. It was in the main path on the actual sand, and I got videos of the cast. So we did 2 13-inch, 2 11-inch. And then we got one of each. So he's got one 11-inch, I have one 11-inch, and he's got a 13-inch, I got 13-inch. But this would be the female right here. Let's see it.
Yep.
You can see the toes on this one.
Yeah.
That's the female. We think we legit because we think it's a male and a female. We don't think, because juveniles are usually 8 inches or lower. And then this is the male right here.
Wow.
That's
a nice print.
Yeah, I'm doing it down.
Good. That's really cool.
Yeah, so we think it's a male and a female, according to what I put them like that there. So that's 11-inch on my left hand. So my left arm hand is a 11-inch, and this is a 13-inch. And I got one more that was in my area, and Jesse was with me. And this is my action. I casted these 2, and then I got the big boy right here. Well, it's not big boy, but it's the biggest one. This is 16-inch, and this is my main area. And if I lift it up. Right there.
Oh, nice.
Pull back like that. There you go.
That's a big print.
Yeah, this is my baby. This is the one I have displayed. So I don't want to break. Awesome. It's a right foot. So here's the toe right here. The toes didn't come out great, but you can kind of see the heel right here, and it goes down. The torso breaks right here, and then. But it was in it going into a tree line, and that's it. But So this is it right here. And Jesse told me you got to cast that, and I got right on it and casted it. So these are my 3 casts right now.
Those are cool. Those are really nice tracks.
Oh, thank you.
And did you say that you had to do that in the sand?
Yes, it was right in we had the trailhead right here, and then we went off to a side on the right-hand side where it's one of my main trails that I always go around. I'm taking Jesse. He wanted me to show him. And he actually found the track first. So he gets the credit for it. And I said, "Oh, I got to cast this sucker." And then it was going into the tree line. It was cutting across. It was just one print. But it was on the edge of the main trail going into the tree line. And then we tried to look for the left footprint, but we couldn't. It was because it was all grass at that time. It was going, going to the tree line. But that was coming off the tree line, off the sand going into. Sorry.
I wonder if it's harder to cast in sand than it is like, dirt or mud.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it would be because it moves more,
Yeah. And you got to be careful of we get a lot of horseback riders in my area. Because and sometimes like a bear print, I had a bear print, the front foot comes out and the back foot behind it.
Yeah.
And footprint of a big foot. And it's actually in the horse tracks. There was horse tracks all over. And farther down though, but this is not a horse track. We saw the kind of the size, so we had to print it out. I had to pour it in real slowly, and I had to take a stick and kind of go around the figure of the footprint that was in the sand. So, and I was like, please don't break, and then it came out like this. So
I'm glad you were able to get them. Those are great.
yeah, you get lucky, and I've been I've been going to this place for 2 years. This was in Mayaka, somewhere in Mayaka, and it's my hottest active area. So I finally got something from there that I've been trying to get. So I got lucky that day. And then Jesse found a juvenile print. It was like 8 inches. I got little baby toes.
Oh.
So yeah, we think it was this one. It was with this creature. So yeah, that's about it. I've had a couple other experiences too. When I started going to this, I started going there, and then I got two tuning fork jab sticks jabbed in the ground. The Y stick, the Y was up, and it was jabbed like this. And I got those behind me, and they're snapped on all 3 ends. And the third time I went there, which was 3 years ago, and 2 years ago. And I coming back in, and one of the Y sticks was jabbed 10 yards from my truck as I was coming in from I got it right here. Just baby right here. That was jabbed. This part right here was jabbed. And then they're snapped right here on the ends, all 3 ends. It was just jabbed like this into the ground, about 10 yards from the truck. And it wasn't there when I left. This is coming back in, and I said, where did that come from? And then that's one. And then I got another one almost 6 months later. This was right near my truck too, 6 months later. And they're tuning forks, Y sticks. And so I guess these are gifts. So I kept them. So, and I keep these I keep them, I'm going to keep them basically.
Right. Wonder what that means.
I don't know, man. It scared the crap out of me though, but I kept them. I mean, they're tuning forks, and supposedly, I don't know, Tim T told me that it could be that it's a friendly clan. If you get stuff like this, it's a friendly clan. Like the clan is very friendly at this spot. Because you got sometimes you get depending where you're going hiking, you have your evil ones and you have your very nice ones, I guess. Or if you catch them on a bad day or a good day.
Right.
And I don't want to run into a rogue because I know they're very aggressive Bigfoot.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to run into one of those.
But yeah, that's so far that's what I got from my experiences. I got gas and those, and I did get a deer skull too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this past March. Yeah, I was coming back in. I went out on the trail. There was nothing there. It was an intersection, T section, and there was nothing there at the time. So I keep hiking out. And I come back in an hour and a half later. There was a skull right in the middle. Placed right in the middle. It's clean and there's no blood or dirt or nothing. It's just placed right in the middle of the trail where it tees, where it intersects. So I said, that's got to be a gift. Something put it there. So
definitely.
It happened, but when I came back on the trail, it was right there. I didn't grab that. I picked it up with my hiking stick. And I just said, thank you, and put it in the back of my truck. And I acted like I took it. And then I went down about 10 miles. I placed it in the side of the fork where it belongs in the forest. I don't think my wife would like to hit the skull of a deer coming home with that. And it freaked me out. I thought it was Blair Witch stuff,
Right.
I said, does this mean death, or does this mean you don't want me around here no more? So I took I got a video of it. I can send it to you if you want me to. Video of it, and I Tim T, and he said, that's a gift. If it wasn't there the first time. I said, wasn't there an hour and a half ago. So I experienced that too.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think about them doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure people at gift stations, they get like hog heads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Deer skulls at the gift stations, like placed right there. And I do have a gifting station in this area where I got my footprint, these 2 Y sticks. and these two prints. And I got a turkey feather placed there last year. It was just laying right there with a rock on top. So I got the turkey feather with all the other feathers, but I thought that was pretty cool. It's a brown, big turkey feather. It's like that big. So that'd be the other gift I got. So that's experiences in this one area in Mayaca.
So of course I'm going to ask you if you've seen one.
I've seen one at Starkey Park last January, year and a half, where I had a day off work. It wasn't this January, it was the year before, January of 2025, where I said, take a day off where I'm going to Starkey Park, where I've been hiking for years through high school, and then started bigfooting. And then I go off, I remember there was a overcast day, so it was nice. It was 80 degrees during the day. It was beautiful. And there was an X there. So I saw that and I said, well, this could be that. So I said, I'm going to go. There's no water. There was no water in the swamp. It was muddy, but I wanted to see if there was prints around X. And I said, okay, I'm getting out of here because I don't know what dark will be because of the So I look around. Then my mom freaking texts. So my phone, and I just heard something busting through. I go, what the heck was that? And it just stopped. And I thought maybe it's a coyote, a hog. Hogs don't stop though. Hogs come right out. So I got a video of it. I took my phone. I got a 52-second video. I started here and I started scanning the tree line where this thing came out of, and right at the last 15 seconds, it was like a 15-second, maybe a 10-second sighting. He was right there. He was right behind a tree. And you can see the face, his shoulder, and he's just staring at me with his black eyes. His eyes were like black and had the flat nose. He was a young one. He was a young male, and you can see the eye scroll in the video. And I saw it. I flipped that. I said, you got to be kidding me. So that was my very first sighting. All the years in Starkey Park, that was the sighting I got. I got it on video. I can send it to you. And he's just staring at me like, what the heck are you doing here? And I just stayed. It was like man versus beast. I know I ain't going to win this battle, but I'm going to get the video on you, though. And they don't like video cameras. And he just stared at me with the eyes. And you can see the scowl on his cranium ridge. And I just said right there, and then I got out of there. And I got he was just like this beyond the tree. And you can see it was a young adult, very young male, I think. I'm not sure. But and then I had a sighting in Mayaca, the one I told you in the beginning, where I hunched down and he was following me. And it sounded like a rhino steps. That was the other one. So I've had the Starkey Park's definitely the main sighting, but the other one at Mayaca was, you see the silhouette, the legs. He was behind the palm frond tree. So those are basically my two. I got them both on videos. So can't, because you want movement. You don't want pictures. Right. I want movement.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the ones in Florida, the swamp apes, they call them down there, they look similar to the ones like we would have here in Ohio. Don't look any different.
They're the skunk. Well, that's another term, but they call them. I don't know how they are in Ohio. They're probably more bigger and monstrous up there. They're 7 foot, 8 foot tall. It's probably the average size for one. 6 to 8 foot tall is the average. 6 to 8 foot. What I've experienced, or what I hear people talking about them. But they're more tall and slender, more built like a basketball player, and they're fast, and they're very, very, very fast. And the ones like up in Ohio, they're more bulkier, muscle. And they're fast too, I'm sure, but they're strong, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're about 8, 9 foot.
8, 9 foot, okay. Yeah, ours is about 6 is the average size. but some people have found 9-10 footers here. I hear about it, other people's experience, other researchers. So
Those parks that you saw them in, are those like swampy parks? Or are they just normal parks? Or do they have swamps in them? Or
the parks, yeah, they have swamps. If you go in the back country or the backwoods, the tree lines will have certain areas will have swamps in them, and that's where you got to be careful because you got snake. We got water moccasins down here.
yeah.
And you want to go into it. I wear my snake like boots, big time. I wear long pants. It takes it really bad down here because it's so hot all the time.
Right.
You go up to Ocala National Forest, their ticks that's probably the worst area in the state of Florida is ticks wise. Mayaca, they're not that bad, but yeah, you just gotta be careful when you go to the swampy areas. If you're on the main trail and you see a swampy area, if you see a couple footprints in a swampy area, or if you see a tree structure, sometimes I'll go in there and look, but you gotta be real careful with the alligators. That's what you gotta be careful of.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's alligators and water moccasins. So
you told me something earlier before we started recording that they do the spider crawl down there, and that fascinates me. They do that there.
Yeah, what I experienced, they spider crawl because there's palmetto, both the little palmetto bushes, the tree lines, or in swampy areas, they camouflage from there, and you'll hear them come through, but it could be any other animal. You're not sure what's coming through, but what I've seen, they spider crawl. I think what I've experienced, I've seen a lot of spider crawl. Like on my main active area, they when I go on the trailhead and go, they know my routine at Mayaca because I park my truck and then I'll go in the trailhead by myself and then I'll go down. They know my routine because I go into the gifting station first, and sometimes I can hear them parallel on each side, but they're spider crawling. And then when I stop, I'll test them out. I'll stop, and then they stop, and then I'll go another 30 yards, and then they'll stop again because they know where I'm going because they know the apples are coming. So,
Right.
They love apples down here. So, but I've only won my act last January where he was down from just so away his legs. And because I heard something coming out that tree line at that time when I was walking on the main trail, it was about 30 yards off the trail, and it scared the crap out of me. So I got that video.
Right.
So
it's terrifying, but it was terrifying for me too. But I still went back trying to experience more stuff.
Yeah, me too.
It's like terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. So
yeah, I think this is the same era. I got the Y sticks. These two Y sticks, and I'm wondering if that's the one I'm not sure. I don't know, but I think it could be. I'm not sure. I don't have video evidence of that. But yeah. So yeah.
Have you ever had one yell at you?
I get a couple whoops, not yell or growl me, but when I go to Mayaca and I go to my gifting station, when I'm walking, I can hear them whoop on the side. I think they're coming. They know, oh yeah, he's coming to gift. So yeah, I've had a couple whoops, but never had one growl or yell at me, growl at me, or anything like that. Like not a guttural growl, but me and Jesse went last month in April 24th on a Friday night. We decided to do a night one, a sunset type hike in my area. So we went in, it was beautiful. As the sunset's coming down, it's nice. As we were coming back, we were there from 6 to 9. So about 8:45 at night, we came back in and we heard this 20 yards before the trailhead. We finally heard a loud growl, like a growl. And then we heard coyotes after that. So this theory where did they set off the coyotes? And we got it. I got it on my video wise. I got it on there. I sent it to Tim T, and he said the first one is not a coyote. And you can hear Jesse in the video. He goes, he's setting off the coyotes, the creature off the coyotes. And that's my first experience of that, of what happened. And so I heard that growl over and over again, went home, and it doesn't not sound like a coyote. Then you can hear the coyotes afterwards start yelping and stuff like that. As this happened 20 yards in front of our truck as we were walking out of the trailhead, which was kind of unusual. It didn't happen when we were out there. It just happened. Thought that was kind of interesting.
It is. I know we're talking about Bigfoot right now, but Dogman,
Ask me about that.
they'll howl and mask themselves within coyote howls. You know what I mean? They'll run. It's like they're running together, and you can tell though that they're different. You can hear the coyotes yipping and howling, and then you'll hear this other howl, and you're like, oh, that's not a coyote. You know, it's very different. But
it's kind of more in between the howls of the coyotes. Dogman. Growl or howl.
Weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's terrifying. I'm like, what in the world was that?
So you heard, and when you went out, you heard that Dogman through that growling.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes, it's like they run with them and masking their howls with the coyotes. You know, like intermingling with them.
Okay.
It's real weird. And
yeah.
Trisha just did a live from the LBL, and that very same thing happened. You could tell like the first howl was not coyotes, and then the coyotes followed.
Yeah.
And then you hear another howl, and then coyotes followed. But you can tell it's definitely not coyotes. It's something different.
Some
And
type
we always know. She was like, here we go. And I was thinking, yep, here you go. Be careful, because usually that means they're coming in. So
Yeah, I don't know what it means. I mean, we were leaving, so they probably wanted to alert the forest, or their forest beings around plans that, hey, they're leaving. I don't know. I don't. That's what I'm thinking. That's what they're doing. Hey, they're leaving. You know,
it could
because
be.
he let them off. I mean, he didn't. We were out there, and we were at my gifting station. Nothing happened. It was real quiet though, very very quiet. No birds chirping, nothing. The sun was setting down, and he's like, "Well, we got to go in," because I had to go in too, and I had to work the next day on that Saturday, and then we got that experience where the first howl, it was different from a coyote, and then you hear Jesse in the video. He's setting off the coyotes, and that was my first experience. He had prior experiences of that. And then we sent it to Tim T, and Tim T goes, yes, that first howl is not. First howl is not a coyote. I was like, wow. So it's amazing what these creatures, I mean, these creatures are intelligent, elusive, very, very smart. If it's Dogman or Bigfoot, either one.
Yes, they are. Very smart. Highly intelligent. Yes, they are. They even do maneuvers. It's crazy how smart they are and how they maneuver in the way they do. It's almost like military moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like they fly too sometimes. How they, like if you see one maybe in the tree line or something running away, it looks like gliding in the air. I mean, the way they move, their movements.
Yes, their movements are
like Patty. You know?
Yeah, she looks like she glides.
Yeah, she's real, no doubt about it. I think
absolutely. Have you seen anything else in there? All crazy?
No, I just get a lot of spider crawling at Mayaca, definitely. And I found another state park that I've been going to up north of here. I've had a lot of, you might have seen it. I went to this one area and had just arches all over the place. I had a triple arch. They were hooked all together. They were pinned into the ground, and one was connected to the other one, connected. And I've never seen that before. I mean, it could be natural, but the way it was clipped to the second, like the first one was big. It was down around, and the second one behind it was a smaller one, and it was bent down. It was clipped to the third arch, which was over here, and it was clipped in the middle of the part. So I'm like, And then the other, it was all pine needles were kind of like pushed up against it. And I was tugging on it, if it would make it flip. I'm not going to flip it, but I don't want to piss it off. But
Right.
yeah, it was tight. I was going like this. So yeah, it's been, yeah. So this is a new area that I found, and there's a water source there. It's called the Manatee River. So I found another trail as I was leaving. So this is a back trail. It's going into the back country, and this was last weekend. I said, so I'm going there tomorrow to investigate it more, and I'm bringing my thermal. So I got a thermal image of one last week. I was by myself in that back country of that trail because it's brand new, never seen it. So I decided to go back there. So I was about a mile back. I was trying to find the Manatee River because it's farther back. So it was real hot. So I just stopped and ate my apple and drank my water. And I said, let me get my thermal. So I got my thermal and I went around and I saw something maybe peek because it looked like the eyes were like this. And you can see the cranium ridge and the part of the nose and it's staring at me. I don't know. I'm not saying it is a creature staring at me, but it sure looks like one. But that's where I'm going to go back tomorrow and investigate to find out.
Oh, wow.
See if there's any prints. Yeah, I want to go to that Manatee River.
I'm kind of excited to see if you catch anything on your thermal since you're new at using it.
Yeah, I caught the one a couple weeks ago I sent to you. That's the same part. That's the same part. And you can see the eye, cranium ridge, and the nose and stuff. And
yeah.
And I can see it.
I should have downloaded that so I could have showed people. I forgot to even do that.
Yeah, because I think you texted, hey, is that a squatch face?
Right. It's really cool. Is that posted on your Facebook?
Yeah, it's on my main Facebook page. Yeah.
Actually, do you want to share your socials, your social media, so that people can find you and follow your research?
Yeah, it's DJB Outdoors, Daniel J. Pazenka Outdoors, and I just go by my middle name. So that's the Joseph.
Are you just on Facebook or?
Yeah, I'm just on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah,
so DJB Outdoors on Facebook. He's got a page on there. I follow it. And like if you're from Florida or anything, or you're interested in anything in Florida, tell me the other group that she's in. I'm sorry.
Kathy Westerman.
Yes.
She's in Bigfoot World, Cryptids, and Paranormal Researchers of Central Florida.
Okay. And I know she's on TikTok. Is she on Facebook too?
Oh, yeah, she's on Facebook. But yeah, she's got Facebook. Okay. And you go up on the top, you'll see all 5 of us in there.
Okay.
Pamela Asper, Brooke Mullen, James Whitfield, Rebecca Rolson, and myself. And then we got the newcomer, Jesse, just joined. So.
Right. Now, I know I follow her on TikTok, but I'm going to have to go find her on Facebook and follow her there too, because I enjoy looking at your guys' research a lot. Yeah,
she's amazing. And then there's 10T and Wayne that researches Central Florida. He's the one that mentors me big time the last year and a half, and his stuff is very good too.
Yeah, and he's on Facebook. I started following him, and it's
you've probably seen the videos of us together.
Yeah. What is the name of his page?
Tim T and Wayne Net.
Yeah.
Researches of Central Florida. He's a military vet, Army. Jason Kenzie just did a Searching for Sasquatch episode 18. It just got the rights now. So he did. I'm in there towards the end, and Kathy's in there, and Troy Palmer is in there. There's a couple of researchers in the state of Florida. So he did his background of his Bigfoot researches and he's on the scientific side of it. The guy's smart as anything. He does all the frequency tests. And he's being him. He came down here March 7th with me and Jesse, and I took him to my area. He wanted to go to Mayaca big time, and I said, "Let me go take you to my area." And he's amazing with the thermal. He's amazing with frequency tests, and Kathy is too. Kathy Westerman is too. They're both very smart. Yeah. They've been doing this for 6 or 7 years. So
yeah, guest on Monsters Unleashed on the live, and she was up in the box talking to us about the research that you guys do there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and she had some really good stuff she was telling us about. So
yeah, she's
pretty cool.
very good. Very good. Pam is her assistant. She's very good too. Yeah, so we got a good group there. We got a good group.
I think so too. I think it's pretty cool. You guys are doing a good job. But I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your research and everything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Showing us everything. And again, he's at DJB Outdoors on Facebook. If anybody wants to follow his research, we go out there all the time on the weekends.
Yeah, I go out. I go out myself, and then Jesse lives half hour from me. We'll meet at his place in his areas, or we'll meet in my area. Both are Mayaca. We got the Mayaca forest down in his area, and then we got the state river here. Mayaca River runs through there. So, but yeah, Florida's got very good researchers on here in this area, in the whole state of Florida. Yeah, Jimmy Barr and Kathy Westerman and Tim T, of course, and other ones. Mike Aguilar from Squatchin, Florida. He's very good. Marie DeMont's very good. So everyone tries to get along. Troy and Desi, they're with Sasquatch Origins.
I'm really hoping that since they
so we all try to we're trying to the skunk ape and get information on this, that this thing is legit and it's real. Everyone has their different opinions though.
It really is.
Outside the Bigfoot world or the Dogman world or anything paranormal,
Right.
A lot of my friends support me, so
absolutely.
I got one that doesn't. He thinks it's a myth, but I don't say anything. It's his belief. You can't make everybody to believe it.
It's all fun and games until it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Get things thrown at you.
I told you, I didn't even believe in Dogman until February of this year. So
see him in Ohio?
No, at the Land Between the Lakes.
Land Between the Lakes. Okay.
Yeah. I went down there to meet up with Trisha and Mike from Monsters Unleashed. And they're real now.
Yeah, I watch your Monsters Unleashed. That's a great show. And you support that. You're on there, but you support it. Mm-hmm. And then you have your own show. Creepy. Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congrats on stuff too. That's what you do with your interviews. Your interviews are very good. I watched them.
Thank you.
I gotta subscribe.
I appreciate you.
And I follow you, but I gotta subscribe to you. So I'll do that as soon as I get off here.
Thank you.
So,
I'm hoping since they've spider crawl down there, I'm hoping that you get a cast of a hand.
Yeah, that's what Kathy has. Mm-hmm. Kathy Western has a cast of a hand. I actually got it in my other room. She gave me a replica of it. It's in my other room. I should have brought it, but it's about that big, and you can see it's kind of like that. You can see the thumb, and then it's pressed down like this.
Yeah, like and their thumbs are weird. They don't go like ours. They kind of
And then they said a skunk ape has different toe formations compared to an actual Bigfoot. They said there's like 3 toes and 4 toe skunk ape wise compared. They say the skunk ape and the Bigfoot sometimes the feet are you got 5 toes on the Bigfoot side, but the skunk ape is a Bigfoot. It's a cousin of the Bigfoot. That's what I call him. But sometimes Jimmy Barr, the Bigfoot Forest Giants, he's one of my friends, and he's an awesome researcher. He's got a good story, but he's got a cast that's like this big, and it's got 3 toes.
Oh yeah.
And it was in a swampy area, and it's got only 3 toes, and it's a skunk ape track. It's like this big. Mm-hmm. It's really nice track, and it's pretty interesting. You see one with 3 toes, but they say they have 3 or 4 toes, and then Bigfoot has 5 toes. To me, it's a Bigfoot anyway. Skunk ape is considered a Bigfoot down here.
Either way. Yeah, I've seen people get 4-toed and 3-toed prints.
Yeah, down here.
Too. Mm-hmm.
And then you got one, a guy named Dave Shealy.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the Everglades, and he's got the famous video from about 8 years ago where he actually saw one in the Everglades,
Mm-hmm.
and it was running fast through the Everglades, through the grass and stuff in the swamp areas. He's got a. If you want to look it up, it's just fast. It's just running. A lot of I think it's real to me.
I've probably seen it, but I'm gonna go look at it again because I love looking at that stuff. So I'm gonna check it out again.
Yeah, check it out. He's got probably one of the best videos of that in the within I think the last 10 years. It was 2013 or 14 that he got that. But
I really appreciate you coming on and sharing everything. And if you get some cool stuff in your research anytime, please come back on and share if you want to. Anytime.
Okay.
Just let me know. You can message me on Facebook like we've been doing. That's fine.
Okay. Do you have a Facebook page where you can post stuff or no?
I have a creepy culture page. On Facebook, you're more than welcome to post anything you want to there anytime. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll send you an invite for it if I can. It's been
awesome.
weird lately, but I'll send you an invite. I have a creepy culture Facebook page, and I tell everybody all the time, they can post stuff as long as it's not spam or political or anything like that. As long as it's got something to do with cryptid research or UFOs or something like that, ghost stuff, you can post anything you want.
Okay, great.
Share on there.
What do you think Bigfoot is? Do you think it's a flesh and blood creature, or do you believe the Wu side, or do you think it's the UFOs delivered? Sendors.
Well,
dimensional travel.
I'm on the. I thought they were flesh and blood, and then I changed my mind, and now I think they're
more dimensional.
Yeah, I really do, and that's because of what I was talking to you about earlier, backstage or whatever you want to call it, before we were recording, about catching stuff that's halfway in and halfway out. Where they're halfway here formed, and they're halfway not, where they're glitched out. You know what I mean? Or because they're disappearing in front of your face. Like boom, you're like, what's going on?
They cloak in their environment, and
absolutely.
That's because the sun gets to their fur, and it kind of. But it just hides because it's a hide and seek champion, obviously. But
I'm about to have somebody come on. He's one of my friends. His name is Josh, and he is Squatch Topic PA, and he's on TikTok and Facebook. He's going to be coming on talking about vibration, and I think that has a lot to do with
cloaking.
Yes, the way they vibrate at a higher frequency than we do. Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. And sometimes I think of when you see one print, is it like you said, the half out, halfway in, halfway out? You only find one print. Do they do the one print and then go away, disappear like that?
No, that drives me nuts, especially in sand or mud, and there should have been a trackway, and it'll just stop.
Correct. That's right.
Where did they go? Did they just get blasted up in the sky? Did they go into a portal? What's going on? Because the trackway should still be going, and it doesn't. It just stops.
Yeah, that's what the two. Me and Jesse found here, the 11-inch and 13-inch. There was two trackways on the sand, about probably 50 yards. It was beautiful tracks, and it just disappears.
That drives me insane.
It doesn't go into a tree line. It's gone.
Nope, just gone. And we've seen stuff. Me and Trisha from Monsters Unleashed. I have my night vision out, and we were looking at two pale crawlers, rakes, whatever you want to call them, in a field on my night vision, and one of them just disappeared.
Just like that.
Right? She had eyes on it in her Jeep, and I was looking through the binoculars, just gone. And I'm like, okay. So, I'm thinking it's frequency, the higher vibrating beings.
Correct.
Whatever.
And I'm starting to get into that more now that as I'm researching, as the time goes by, I'm like, okay, there's one footprint where there's no trackway and it just disappears. That's
And Josh explains that beautifully
oh,
because
really? Okay.
yeah,
That's
that technical stuff gets on my nerves. Like I try, it's hard for me to comprehend it, but
Yeah.
he explains it so. I always tell him, I'm like, please explain that to me like I'm a 5-year-old, and he will, and I'll understand it. And he's really smart about it. He's done in-depth research about it. So
that's what Tim T does. It's the same.
mhm,
It's very
yeah,
frequency science side, the science side of it, which
hmm
is where that dimensional portal stuff comes into play.
hmm
And as I'm going, I'm starting to believe that because
oh yeah, me too.
basically leave one footprint to say, hey, I'm here, come find me. That wide. That's another reason.
hmm
Like, no, I'm not going to come find you, no. So,
That's what I'm thinking, though. I think they just, I think it's that vibration and frequency that Joshua is teaching me about.
okay.
So that's what
Okay.
I'm thinking. But, you know, that's why I keep
I'll look
interviewing
him up.
people, finding out stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
I can send you a link or something in your
Yeah,
messenger.
that like that. Yeah. But I think anything else or either any more questions or
I think I asked you everything I was going to ask you.
okay.
Besides, well, you know, and then we touched on the footprints disappearing.
Yeah,
But,
which is crazy.
you know, the other thing I was asking is if you had ever seen anything half in and half out, and I didn't know any other way to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the footprints, he's a halfway, half in, halfway out, halfway in, halfway out. Yeah.
hmm And that makes sense too. It's like, where are they going? I don't even know, but yeah. So the woo part, yeah, I'm more into that now than I was flesh and blood beings at this point because of the frequency thing and because people that I talk to and that are researchers keep seeing stuff like that, like where you can see like part of them is solid and part of them is glitched out, like pixel,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, with their eyes, not just through a camera, just
Yeah.
seeing stuff like that. So,
Yeah. Like the
yeah.
sighting I had at Mayaka where he's hunched down like this, like a football player behind the thing.
hmm
His legs sticking out. His face is right behind the palm frond. And of course, he's not going to look. But
Mhm.
his legs where he's bent down, it looks like it's glitched. Like it's halfway in, halfway out. Like I know you're
Yep.
getting.
hmm
Yeah. That's what it looks like. I got the video too. I can send it to you.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, and it's happening over and over. You know,
Because
so
they spiritual too to me. So
absolutely.
spiritual leaders,
hmm
could be out there protecting us too. Like if you're by yourself hiking, maybe he's out there to protect you, and if it's the good squatch, I guess,
hmm
and he's following you, you're protected.
All right.
So
hmm I'm not here to prove anything. I just, I'm just trying to learn and understand.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
and everyone has different experiences, and you're like, okay, I'm biking, whatever happens, happens. That's how I look at it. And
That's
then
me. I'm an experiencer. I love going out with researchers.
Yeah,
I love going out with Trish and them in the land between lakes. It's so fun and it's terrifying at the same time. But I love doing it. So
that would be awesome to go up there. The LBL, that would be
mhm.
really cool.
That place is
It's amazing, I'm sure.
it is, and it's very active. It has a vibe to it, that's for sure. It's very different at nighttime than it is in the daytime, even though I've had activity in day and night there. But there's like a spiritual warfare going on in that place.
Oh,
You can feel it. It's
you walk in, yeah. That's what how it is up in the national forest up there. It's as soon as when I go with Kathy, you can just feel it, day or night. You just feel the trail and you're in. You're like,
Yeah. That's how the LBL is. Definitely.
It's because you got orbs, and you see orbs at nighttime, and people get good video of that.
I'm pretty sure there's a little of everything in there.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Really is. They have all those graveyards and cemeteries in there. There's like over 200 and I think 70 of those. And just
At LVL.
yeah, so you got that going on, and then I've seen a dog man. I've seen
Wow.
a pale crawler in there. Had a Bigfoot yell at us, and I've only been there twice. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you experienced that. That's your.
it really is,
That's awesome.
because
Very
lots
much.
of people go there and don't experience anything, and I have, and I think that's really cool
Yeah, that's awesome.
and terrifying. I was scared. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah. I saw.
I was scared to death. But I'll go back for more. So
Yeah, that's the thing. You experience it again. You gotta be safe.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
pretty cool and some more people than going out by yourself.
Hmm.
Sometimes when you go by yourself, you experience it too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Depends on what you're experiencing.
definitely. All right. Well, we've been going for an hour, so
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Dan, for coming on and sharing all your research. And like I said, feel free to post anything research wise on creepy culture. I'll love
Okay.
to be looking at it. And anytime you want to come back on, just message me and let me know if you find some stuff in your researching and you want to share. Just let me know.
Yeah, I definitely like to come back. That'd be great. Thanks for the invite. And I liked your experiences as well, especially the dogman experience. So.
Thank you so much. But I'll also I made a thing. If I'm going to post it on my regular Facebook, my personal one, and a creepy culture one, and you can share it if you would like. It's just a thing where you were on. It's just a promo for you being on an episode today. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jennifer.
All right. Thank you, and you have a good night. Okay.
Have a good night. Thank you. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
You too.